Y'all motherfuckers ready?
Of course, my interest of Gary's mod goes all the way back. I've always been interested in the idea of making Gmod videos. In some cases, I would usually just record myself playing the game, or at least try to make a pilot of a series, but either that has never went anywhere, or I just never bothered to upload on YouTube. But as years passed by, I started to form a little friend circle and started introducing my friends to this game. I wanted to give another chance of making Gmod videos.
Oh, look, you look like a goddamn nerd.
And by that, I just mean just making a funny moments compilation. I remember when I made the first one, feeling so proud I finally finished a proper Gmod video for once and actually got it uploaded on YouTube. After my second Gmod video, I think I kind of just stopped filming for a couple months. Until... I remember we were playing on a map. It was the Destruction House map. My friend Marley decided to pretend to be like a guy on MTV Cribs.
See, I was doing the little cameraman thing while we were playing on that map. I thought it was just like another session of us just like fucking around and everything.
Meanwhile, I had an idea and I said, hey, would it be cool if we made this into a Gmod video?
Actually, Kate went with the idea.
I guess somewhere in my gut, I had a feeling that, you know, maybe this could potentially blossom into something entirely new.
The video holds a special place in my heart because, like, never have I thought we could make a video in one night, just us dicking around, but improvising script in our head.
It was like the first time we ever did anything like that, to be frank. Just seeing it eventually branch out into stuff like the commercials that you saw on it, you know, and the whole fact that, like, we pretended that, oh, it's like some lost broadcast from like MTV or something.
We had a couple of ideas for our next video. One of them was like a Jackass-like video, while the other...
Yep, gaguibits got picked. And all I'm gonna say, I have a burning vendetta against this project. I hate working on it. I hate how funny it is. Roll it. It was just horrible. It just aged so badly. You know what I mean?
Seeing as how like the production of it was just like pure chaos in the making. It's, I don't know. It kind of taints my entire view of the entire thing.
When we started filming, it was fine at first, right? We had an idea and an understanding what the video could be about. We were supposed to get this video done by Halloween, but we missed the deadline, and we had to really rush this video.
Don't fucking laugh. If you laugh,
I am fucking praying.
Okay, fuck it. New York was not fun at all. We had to sacrifice our sleep schedules on the line. What? I'm sorry.
Just waiting for your ass.
And I was gonna sleep, but you don't see me bitching and moaning, but okay. I remember this one time when we were specifically recording the police chase scene, and we stayed up until 5 a.m. Can you imagine how it would feel like to film one scene at 5 in the morning?
Remember your camera skills. You're up in the sky. High, down.
There were some funny moments that I personally liked. There's like that one moment where like I was trying to be Phil Colonnes. I was trying to like walk into the set, and then I got fucking curb stomped by gaguibits. You should've used the peace weapon.
I think one of my rare favorite moments of this entire project is when I worked on that Clarence scene for the first time.
Transport! Oh my god!
How the fuck does someone make something like that? Might work, no reaction. Now looking back also at the humor, it was just so weird, it just didn't make sense.
Like, it could be better if we just toned down like the overstimulating ass editing and maybe cut back on some of the absurdist humor. I think it was our first time where we started like exploring new territory and things like filming, and it was also the first one where we had like a giant crew. Yeah, I think it's about up to like maybe 10 to 12 things. I'm not sure, but about that, it was just incredibly hard to manage.
yeah, I did.
We had an overabundance of people working with us, which made scenes difficult. But also, midway during production, we also had to rethink half of the project.
Are you fucking kidding me? I'm done, booty phones?
In this segment, Judge Boogie Buns, Cade was using this fucking Xbox Connect like to control Judge Boogie Buns. I just thought that was like the wildest shit ever. Like, how does that even work? Somehow it did. I find that pretty impressive.
As cool and impressive as it was also really difficult to work with. There were many times where I would just like simply walk out the Connect and the model would just start glitching out and fucking wreck everything in its view.
Right there.
Oh my god. It was also insanely frustrating when it happened like 95% of the time.
Oh, that is fucking great. It's doing this shit again. He attacked me! God damn it! Why is it? Oh my fucking god!
There's one thing I remember during production, like when we did the fucking Boomer Dinosaur thing.
Yeah, what on a Boomer Dinosaur? I'm an AV fan. I like good ass chicken limit film. Fuck.
Okay, we're gonna add.
It was a thing that I used to do, like every time we kill this dinosaur thing, I would just grab its jaw with the fizz gun and just like start making it talk and say like weird shit. That evil ass Jack P.
That in-joke was so funny to us and so stupid to the point we actually wanted to include it somewhere to like for our video.
Oh, why is it jerking off?
Make it jerk off, please.
6 people had to like 6 people controlled individual body parts on it, so it's like a puppeteer like thing. I was controlling the jaw and like I was doing the voice initially. It was so complex for us, I guess.
See, hold control the body like that. All right.
Like there's just times where it just like had its jaw like just slowly go open.
Without doubt, one of the biggest experimental tools we used for AOV was definitely VR. I mainly utilized it for motion capture and camera tracking too, since it gave that weird natural camera shake to it, even though it's just a headset strapped to your head most of the time.
Oh man.
Personally, one of my favorite highlights of using VR was most definitely the crazy bitch segment. The way we filmed that segment was so fucking weird. Marley was using the Jack player model in the game, but at the same time he was also doing the crazy bitch voice performance. Meanwhile, I was just over there doing the motion capture for the crazy bitch herself. Generally, when I put on the player model, I was not expecting the face to deform so badly.
When I first saw the Fiona model walking onto the stage, I was just instantly losing it. It was so bad. Oh god! Why do you look like I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing. You look like a fish. I swear to God, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the lines.
My opinions on it now is that I feel like it's the same with gaguibits. It still kind of has that overstimulating editing. I do like some of the stuff though, like mostly I like the stuff that Fricks did.
I have a really weird love and hate relationship with this video. I love the fact that I experimented with so many tools and just how weird the history and the behind the scenes with the video itself, but I'm not really a fan of how the video turned out. It's not in the same level as gaguibits, but it's just like, wow, maybe I shouldn't let this in, or oh, maybe I should have done something different with that.
I don't really know what to think about it. It's just like, I mean, some of it was fun, but some of it was just also like, eh.
I think after AOV, we tried scaling back the production a bit and make it a bit less of a headache. In this episode, I actually started utilizing the tools more from like the last episode, but I also introduced like full-on CGI characters. I mean, just like characters that are just animated and then just masked into the episode. The General commercial is a good example of this, because he is like just so terribly designed and animated.
Can always just see how ugly this thing is gonna be.
Oh, I'm gonna make sure it's fucking ugly.
I actually had this idea way back in the early days of AOV production, but I wasn't very sure if we could actually do it, or if we even had the patience to do it. So I tried again in Jackass, and oh my gosh.
Oh, what the fuck is that in the background? Hold up. What the fuck did you make?
I don't know.
Is this a Roblox kit? That looks fucking horrible, bro. Never make shit like that ever again in your life.
I think one of the many interesting things about filming and editing is like one of the last stunts you see in Jackass, which is the fire in the hole scene. That was filmed on the first week of Jackass filming, but one of the later scenes was actually filmed on the last day we actually filmed together for this video.
I'm Black Stevie now.
Yeah, but I mean, I got my truck blown up, so like, I don't really know how much of a difference that makes. I had to be the one to detonate it because I think everyone else is like too scared to do it or something. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go up close just to detonate this shit. I don't care. I think the
Wait, Wait, I'm trying to think of the name. Colonoscopy.
Racoonoscopy.
Yeah, racoonoscopy.
The racoonoscopy segment was my personal favorite. I think it just stemmed from like some stupid shit about me saying about like a raccoon can fit in a person's butthole, and how it was executed was just like it was perfect.
Look, Steven, look, he's doing it.
What the hell?
I remember when we made the McDonald's takeover commercial, I didn't even recorded a second of footage. The photos I'm showing you are literally the only thing from this takeover commercial. After like, what, 10 minutes of us just messing around the McDonald's, I think we headed off to editing and then recorded the voiceover.
All I remember is that I was dead asleep. I couldn't even think of words on some shy Ronnie shit.
No, like, how about that McOriental meal? I'm a Dorito.
Hey, about McDonald's takeover.
Takeover.
Good shit. Everybody in the car say yeah.
Then we managed to knock it out with like Steve-O's Dick House, which was our most absurd yet hilarious segment for the video. There was so much on that goddamn set.
For Ali Raisin's farting, there was like he was shitting out a whole bunch of objects.
When he was shitting out the jet ski, we actually had to drop it from the ceiling because we couldn't shoot out of his butthole without having to deal with collision and shit like that. So we decided to add the shooting jet ski in post-production. Originally for the fire scene, there was actually a guy inside of Ali Raisin's body, and then like using like a flamethrower as the base fire effect. Although I wasn't really happy how the fire turned out in the game, so I decided just to enhance it in post-production.
When we were doing the part where Pee-wee crashes into Steve-O's Dick House, I think we had to like get a dupe of Pee-wee. It was like either a dupe or something, because we didn't have any like Pee-wee player models, and so we just did it like the hard way. We also had to like make a whole entire face texture from scratch. And I think we had to also manually construct a bike for Pee-wee. And we had to attach Pee-wee to a rope on the scooter, and then I had to manually operate it myself.
There was that one part where I had to mask in Pee-wee into the actual episode, but there was also another part where I actually had to mask in Steve-O into something else. For the last chronological shot in episode 4, we actually roped a Steve-O model to the car, which also had a massive green screen wall and a camera attached to it. This shit is so stupid. Genuinely, at the first week of production, I thought this whole thing was going to become a disaster. We were filming so much in just 1 week. We would also think of so many ideas, but just most of them didn't even work. We were actually thinking of just ending production of this whole video and just completely stopping this web series. But we eventually decided just to take our time on this and not get this rushed out, you know? And ultimately, I think that might have saved the web series as a whole.
We understand the flaws of the videos we worked on, right? And now we managed to make a 20-minute masterpiece.
I think it's something that I can safely say is like a labor of love from like all of us, because like it's something we all like as a collective.
You know, during our hopeful beginnings, we didn't even have a name yet. It wasn't until like our 3rd episode where one of my friends said, you know what, this has become a huge collective work. Let's just finally form a group and give it a name. Unfortunately, that's the name we chose for some reason. It was just done in such a whim, and I didn't really have the time to do anything about it because I was already too busy working on episode 3. In between episode 3 and 4, I tried giving a name a second chance with these different concept animations and different designs, but they were just not working out for us.
I could never see a collective being named Spinglenomos. That just doesn't work.
Up until the next episode, we just decided to completely throw this branding and just try to find a different name.
I think this name change was pretty much needed. Like, it was an absolute must.
We kept it simple, give it a network-like name, but we just threw everything at the drawing board at that time and just gave it like, what, Signal 4, and then we later thought, no, let's try something different, and just thought of really complicated, dumb stuff like, what, simulcast and stuff like that. It wasn't like at the last week of episode 4, I said, let's just go back to the way beginning when we think of just giving it a simple channel name and just call it SIGNALELEVEN, which is actually a direct reference to our first video of the year it takes place on. So after countless hours and possibly days of just finding a good design, we finally settled on one that we all agreed that looked perfect and the best, and it was this design.
Meanwhile, Signal 11, that rolls off the tongue. When we came up with Signal 11, we wanted the identity to stay the same, but with a much more sensible name.
I think it was the missing link we were looking for. I think this was a bit of a weird one. We were trying out like some new filming techniques. Like there's like the scene with the cars where I filmed some on my camcorder.
I also started to utilize the camera ROM cameras more, specifically in the invention transitions.
It was also like one of the first few that I actually tried to do like cinematography, and like we kind of know how the last time that happened.
Welcome to my crib. I live here.
I remember specifically filming that boat segment. That shark part was like the most hilarious.
What your
I think the way we did that, I think there was like an invisible guy again, but this time they were controlling like a shark. And oh my gosh, I don't know, just the way that we did this was so stupid and funny. We made like so many dupes for this fucking video. I gotta say, I love how not only creative they are most of the time, but just how utterly stupid and fucking useless they are.
Go! Fuck!
The development of this episode happened one day around November. I was fucking around with the booster tool because I just found out how it worked. And it somewhat sparked an idea.
Yeah, they can be awesome.
Originally it was gonna be like Gmod research development, and then Block revised the name to Gary so it could sound more lenient.
And ever since then, we've just been throwing out like really stupid ideas for inventions. Like the booty crusher, for example. I remember the first time we tried filming that part and it didn't really work out as planned. But then we tried a couple of days later and I don't know how, but it turned out to be way better than what I was expecting. I think one of the rare occurrences in this video is that I didn't have to cut anything for one time. I can only like name like 2 deleted scenes, and one of them was a scene we didn't like, and the other was just a kickstart for a better scene. Other than that, everything you see in this video are all the segments we did for this video. Definitely one of the biggest highlights of this entire video was most definitely later in production working on the ending.
There was a lot of things, such as the aspect ratio changing. That was all Cade's decision.
I really loved working on the effects when Big Bacchus goes through like those portals, and especially the dimensions part. It does get very complex, especially in the shots where he's going through those different dimensions, because we actually attached a Big Bacchus into an invisible motorcycle with like a camera attached to it too.
Another thing I remember, when Big Bass went through that portal, it took like, I don't know how many tries, but it was a lot.
Ooh! That was so
close.
Fuck, man.
Fuck.
Didn't make it, but I did make a cool ass trick right there.
The very last scene I also filmed was that one scene where like Big Bacchus is in space, and then he's like, ha.
And then when you throw him, I wanted to say, ah.
Throughout our history of these videos, we've had so many stops around the road, but we kept doing these videos because we generally love making them.
We wouldn't be here today as a collective making entertaining and stupid videos.
We like what we did for the first volume, and I can't wait to see what we do in the future.
Hey, can I be in the next volume?
What the hell?
No, we don't do sequels.
Yeah, this is an anthology.
What do you mean you don't do sequels?
Well,
I'm a big boy, I gotta pay some bills. These royalty checks ain't shit.
I understand, but like this is an anthology series. We don't do that kind of thing.
I'm getting mad. I wanna be in the next volume.
Okay, fine.
Alright.
Okay, we'll give you a sequel for your episode.
It's gonna be in the 3rd volume. No.
What the short?
Yo, are you ready to go to Zaxby's?
Yeah, Tickles.
There, I'm adding that to the video.